Hey guys, MaxLPQueen here, and welcome back to some more Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. We are in the post-game now of the game, and last episode we pretty much done everything there was to do. We defeated the most evil Cypher admin guy ever, and now they're gone. Him and his sons are off, and we have gotten a message from Egan here about a Coliseum, but first he wants to battle us. And so we left off last episode. I decided to stop here before we battled Egan, of course, because I didn't know what was going to happen. I just wanted to talk to some people, and I actually wanted to look around in the post game after we had finished last episode. I thought maybe we could finish it all in that episode there, but unfortunately Egan wanted to battle us first. So we decided that we would just end off the episode there. And now we are going to continue on in the post-game here and see what all they have to offer, what it's got to going on. We'll just kind of venture around and take our time, see what's going on here in the post-game. And maybe it'll be a full episode worth, maybe it won't. Who knows? I have no idea what's happening. I've never beat this game before. Last episode was a big accomplishment for me. Just to finally be able to say that I have beat Pokemon Coliseum and Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness is amazing. Just seeing those credits on both games, it's such a feather in my cap. I mean, after all these years, being able to finally get to complete those games, I'm excited and ready to see what's in this after game. Now, we know from playing Coliseum that there wasn't much to do in the post game there. You pretty much went around and I think you fought Mirror B one last time or something, and there was some underground Coliseum thing that you could do, and then of course you have to go through and open every Pokemon's heart that you still had left over to be opened up, and we didn't have that done yet. So we ended off Pokemon Coliseum by just finishing up the main story of the game, and we pretty much finished up everything that was afterwards, post-game. And I said that I may potentially come back someday, and I may go ahead and just purify all the Pokemon's hearts if I ever get the opportunity to do so. Maybe I'll do it one day, maybe not, who knows. And so far, at this point, I have not touched that game again since we completed it. But I did mention, though, last time I was recording this one, that I think I might potentially be able to purify all the Pokemon in this game. At first I kind of thought, you know, it might end up being another situation where it'll be like last game Pokemon Coliseum, where I don't purify all of them, and that's okay, but we did complete the story, and that's what matters. But since they made purification so much easier in this game, I figured, why not go ahead and try to do it? I mean, it seems possible, right? It has to be. Look at Muck, though. Living Kamrup's Earthquake. I'm proud of you, Muck. I'm proud of you. I knew when I did it, I was like, I'm probably going to lose Muck here, but you know what? I'm not, because Muck said, nope. Nope, I don't die to my buddy Kamrup's Earthquakes here. He knows how to not hit me super hard so that I can live and get this experience and get to level 46. But I do think that I'm going to have to do some training if we do continue on in this post-game, because Egan had level 55s. Which I kind of may be potentially thinking about a new team, but we'll get into that in a little bit. It's no wonder that Cypher has their eyes on you. I must say I enjoyed myself tremendously. I'm sure that the trainers who have gathered at the Ore Coliseum will be delighted to face you. Please, we'd very much like you to come. This is the Ore Coliseum. The toughest trainers in the land have gathered with you as the goal. Michael, we'll be waiting for you at the Ore Coliseum. Okay, so I guess we have a goal to get to the Coliseum. But first thing I want to do, though, is I want to head to the Purified Chamber, because I believe we may have some Pokemon that could be purified. Maybe not. She didn't say that we had a Pokemon ready for purification. We don't, but we do have full chambers here. And let's actually look at everyone that we caught. Did he heal us? Of course not. Why would he? Let's look at everyone that we caught, though, last episode when we faced, what was his name? Varich or Grievel or what? I forgot his name. He had 2 different names, but he had a whole bunch of Pokemon. And we caught all of them, including the all-powerful Lugia, who here is level 50, Psychic Flying type, fully purified, or not fully not purified. Apparently it can't be purified, I don't know. But we have a Dugtrio, a Manectric, a Lapras, a Marowak, a Rhydon, an Executor, a Tauros, and then of course Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos. So we also have Salamence as well, but Salamence is in the party. Which I think what I'll do is I'll actually switch Salamence around here. So it can get some of its purifying stuff worked on. I would like some answers though. Hi Michael, how many Shadow Pokemon have you managed to snag? This is amazing! You've already snagged 82 Shadow Pokemon. At the pace you're going, it might not be far off before all the Shadow Pokemon are saved. Wait, so they're not all saved? Well, technically we can look, so let's just see here. So we have the Shadow Monitor here. And these are all the Pokemon that we have caught and purified. So let's see if we've caught everything that we need. We've got these all purifying. The only one we haven't caught is Dragonite. Okay, so we need to catch Dragonite here. And I wonder where you get a Dragonite at. That might be an interesting one to try to find. It could be potentially at that Ore Coliseum that he was talking about. I do want to go to Purite Town though, because if you guys remember a long time ago, Duking said that he wanted us to capture some Pokemon that... Where is it? Where are you? There you are. He wanted us to capture some Pokemon that appeared at the Pokespots. And I don't know if he just wants us to catch them, if he wants us to trade with him. I'm not really sure. So I want to go over here and check and see what he says here. Since I did manage to catch them all. He must be down this way. There you are. Hey ha lad, have you perhaps caught a Trampage, Surskit, and Wooper? I don't see what I'm looking for in your party. Maybe what I seek is in the PC. How about switching the Pokemon I want to see into your party? Okay, so he says he wants to see them. He doesn't necessarily say he wants to trade with me. Interesting. So if I get to keep them, then that'll be great. I'm kind of afraid that he wants to take them from me though. I really hope he doesn't. But let's see. Should be a PC in here. Let's just go to the Pokemon storage here. And I believe Trapinch is the only one that isn't in the purifying chamber right now. So let's swap Trapinch out here with Sharpedo. And go back to him and see what he says. Let's just save first just to make sure. Okay. So let's go back to Duking here with this Trapinch. See what he says. And I may potentially get the other two out if he just wants to give me something for these. That's mighty fine. You're super rare Pokemon. I've got to have it. Please, lad, I beg you, trade it to me. So which super rare Pokemon will you trade me? Okay, so he does want to trade. Okay. Well, we would gladly trade him, but right now we need those Pokemon because they're in the purifying chamber, unfortunately. So I may potentially swap those out for some similar typings because I do want to see what he will do for me there. I don't think there's anything I can do and I can swap around because I need these ones that I have so far. So I have Surskit here, who's a bug water type. So if I was to remove Surskit, I would need to replace it with a bug. And I don't have a bug water type. I have a bug grass type though. Let's see if switching with Paris does anything. Okay, well it's still full. So Surskit technically is okay. And then what was that last one? Wooper? Where's my Wooper at? I know I can swap Wooper around. There you are, water ground. So I could probably swap Wooper out here for a different water type. We do have... I thought we had another water type around here somewhere. Maybe I'm just overlooking them. Oh, we do. We have a Golduck here. So let's go to this PC here. Let's check this. Oh, Golduck doesn't work. So I need Wooper. Or I need either a different water type or water ground, or maybe a ground flying would do? Maybe it's the ground typing that I'm needing? Nope, that doesn't work. Okay, well, unfortunately, we need Wooper right now. So I guess we'll leave Wooper in there and we'll continue to purify everyone. And once Wooper has done its job, then it can come out a little bit later. Or if I manage to purify one that will help, then I could potentially do that. But I think what we'll do now is we'll come back to duking later and we will go to this Ore Coliseum and see what's going on there. Just so that we can say that we've been here. Wow, there's not much here. Hello, Michael. Very good of you to come. If you plan to take the Ore Coliseum challenge, go to the reception area there. Okay, well there's our PC over there. Oh. And this is the Coliseum apparently. It's just a big old place with a PC right here. Welcome to Ore Coliseum. At the Ore Coliseum, we use different rules from the Prite and Rogum Coliseums. If you wish, I can explain the rules. Would you like me to do that? Sure. At the Ore Coliseum, double battles are conducted. You are permitted to battle with 4 Pokemon. Please be aware that certain kinds of Pokemon are not permitted. Similarly, Pokemon will be prohibited from holding certain kinds of items. The battles are held in knockout style. You must beat 4 trainers in a row to win your challenge. If you win a challenge, you may advance to the next group of opponents. If you lose, you will face the same group of opponents in your next challenge. If you manage to win a round, you will be rewarded with Poke Coupons. That is all I can tell you. I'll be happy to give you this information whenever you like. Please feel free to approach me for information. Okay. So that's it for the Ore Coliseum, not the Rogum Ore Coliseum. But I have a little feeling here we may be missing out on something. Because we're missing one Shadow Pokemon. And we gotta figure out where to catch this guy and where to find him at. I do need to probably find my mother and talk to her. Maybe she has something important here to tell me. I'm not really sure where she is. But I will check everywhere I can. There she is. Michael, you're finally going off to the ultimate battle, aren't you? You've really grown in stature. As your mother, it makes me conflicted. I'm happy and proud on one hand, but I'm also a little sad. Go and get rid of Cypher and make it quick and come home safely. Mom, you are behind the times. You are really behind the times. Hi, Michael. While investigating Shadow Pokemon, I came across very disturbing information. It's about the Shadow Pokemon that is impossible to purify. I think I've told you about that before. It appears that Shadow Lugia that you've snagged is that Shadow Pokemon. It's an outrage, it really is. However, so long as the Shadow Lugia has a heart, there must be a way for it to be purified. We've got to maximally use the power of the Purify Chamber and the regular Pokemon. I think that's the important thing. I'm sure that the Lugia will eventually open its heart to you. Please try your best to purify it. Okay. What does that mean though, sir? What exactly does that mean for me? Does that mean I need to purify all the other Pokemon first and then that Pokemon will be ready to go? That's what I want to know. Let's see. Let me look up really quickly though. I need to see something. Okay, I have looked everything up. I figured it out. So, well, I didn't figure it out. I just looked it up. We only have one Shadow Pokemon left to capture. You guys know that. We just talked about it. Dragonite. And unfortunately, I have no way to find it. But I feel like there is a way that I can find it here. So apparently from what I've read, we need to go to Gadeon Port. It says you're supposed to catch all the other shadow Pokemon, which we currently have already done. And there we go. The Mirror B radar is going off, which I remember is in here. He seems to be at Gadeon Port. And I believe he is at the top of the lighthouse. But I need to get to it first. I don't exactly remember how, because that was such a long time ago. It was the beginning of the game when we went up there to that lighthouse. I remember it. We had to battle a whole bunch of trainers to get up there. I think we had to go on these platforms here. Yep, we had to go on the platform. We had to turn this one this way. And this should be the lighthouse here. And I should just be able to take the elevator all the way to the top because I've already been up here before. And what do you know? He's waiting for me. Him and his Ludicolo. Want you. Huh? Stop the music. Let me wind down the music and take a look. Oh, you are that super annoying brat. It's all your fault that my shadow Pokemon is the last of the kind. But you do worse. You messed up my dance for celebrating the future of Team Mirror. Today, of all days, you're not going to get away. No, you'll never get away. Let the music play. Okay, Mirby. It would be fitting that we would take him on as the last battle. Him and his Ludicolo. Wow. Salamence, you've got a long way to go, my friend. Did you see how little that shadow meter went down? My gosh. I guess we'll just focus on one Ludicolo at a time. Who are you faking out? Alright, you can fake out Salamence, that's fine. Got these two monsters up here. He's level 57 though. We may not be prepared for this. We may not be able to beat him. I might have to do some training. But that's okay. That's what the after game is for. It's for training. And it's for doing the last of the things that you haven't done yet. Wait, he used Rain Dance and he still missed a Hydro Pump? That's very weird. Very weird. How are you missing a Hydro Pump if you used Rain Dance? You should automatically hit that. I'm confused. Either way, we need to get Jolteon out here. Ooh, nice and super effective damage. I always miss that whenever you're using a shadow move. I miss being able to just be like, oh, it's always super effective no matter what. Okay, now we're, I was gonna say, okay, now we're hitting Hydro Pumps. Well, one of you did. One of you is blind as a bat. And we get the paralysis. I'll take that. I'm glad he stuck with his team though. His Ludicolo team. Nothing new here, just some Ludicolos. Now this one is a little bit different. This one likes to use Waterfall, which technically is a little bit better than using Hydro Pump because you have more of a chance of actually hitting your move. But I am gonna have to heal up Shadow Salamence. I guess I can call it that. I was gonna say Shalomence, but yeah. Salamence is gonna have to get a heal here. Good experience though. Oh wow, surprise! Another Ludicolo! Ooh, and I'm waiting for the reverse mode, so I like that. Guess we won't be able to attack this time, but that's totally fine. Let's use our item here to heal. We want to heal up Salamence. Oh, I can't when it's in reverse mode. Interesting. Okay. I guess we'll Thunderbolt and we will call it. And it'll just have to go down. Because there's nothing I can really do about that. And the Ice Punch will probably take it out anyway. Oh. Again, I'm so confused. Why the Pokemon in this game refuse, like absolutely refuse, to attack the Pokemon that they have a move that's super effective against. It makes no sense to me. I don't get it. Well, Jolteon, you're probably going down here, so I'm just probably gonna use your turn actually to heal. Elements up here. I think it may be about time to bring in the big guns. Maybe not though, because they do have Hydro Pump and Waterfall, which definitely is gonna hurt my camera up, so that's probably not something I want to do. Oh, now you're finally using Ice Punch. Thank you. I was like, what the heck are you doing, sir? This whole time you have not been using Ice Punch. Why? Guess we can go into Breloom here. And I will Mach Punch, and then I will use a full restore on Salamence here because we are frozen. That should take out that Ludicolo. Yes, it will. Good experience for that. Another Ludicolo? Bro, how many Ludicolo do you have? I thought you only had 4. Apparently you have more than that. Alright, we will Brick Break you and Shadow Rush you. Because I think you may be the one, maybe not. I was gonna say one of them is the one that's using Ice Punch, and I don't need those. I don't need them here. I guess we'll send out Muck now. I'm not really sure what else to do, honestly. I'm not really prepared. I probably will need to get either a better team or do some training, because they really ramp up here in the last part of the game. I mean, come on. We haven't really had much time to have a break here, and they've already just decided that they're just going to... I don't want to use my revive though. I wonder who would be best to use this on. Guess Salamence? I'm gonna Acid Armor with Muck here, so I think it may be my only option. Potentially. If you could just send out the Dragonite though, that'd be great. Seismic Toss? What the heck? Since when do you have that move? Oh, and I can't use Eruption because the rain is falling. That's gonna be annoying. Pretty much all my moves are not very effective here. Alright, well, I guess we will just probably go down. Because there's nothing I can really do. Yeah, critical hit there. Thanks a bunch, Ludicolo. Yeah, I'm assuming that I need to do a little bit of training. Because we're not really ready for this. I mean, I could just grab my box full of shadows that are probably super high leveled and just go with those. Which might not be a bad idea, actually. I think I might actually do that. Because I do want to see if we can actually catch the Dragonite. Because that way I can do a lot more things off screen. But I don't know for sure what would be the best option. Because I know we're definitely not doing anything here. We're not going to be able to do anything to this guy. He's got super effective moves for everybody. I'm not able to take him out, so could potentially go to duking as well. That's maybe an option. Maybe. Not really though. Okay, the rain has stopped now. Could be helpful to me, but eruption won't do much because I am almost out of HP. So I guess let's see what happens when we get a full shadow team. Alright, we're back here and I have a whole team of shadow Pokemon here ready to take on Mirby. I just grabbed out all the super powerful legendaries and pseudos pretty much and strong Pokemon from the Pokemon Center and decided to go ahead and use them. And I've got a pretty sound strategy actually so far. Zapdos has been using Shadow Sky, which has kind of thrown off the Ludicolo's because they can't use their Rain Dance moves when I use Shadow Sky. So they're kind of just like, they don't know what to do because they're using Hydro Pump and stuff and they want the boost from the rain. But whenever I use Shadow Sky, it turns the rain off, so they no longer can use Rain Dance anymore. And so they're just kind of like spamming Rain Dance whenever Shadow Sky is available, because they don't want to get taken out by the Shadow Sky and they want the Rain Dance set up. So I've just been kind of using Shadow Sky here with Zapdos and then using Salamence to attack them, and I think I've only taken out 2 of them so far, so we're pretty much like right where we were before. I've just been doing this the whole time. It's been pretty funny though, just to see that every time I use Shadow Sky they're just like, hey, could you not do that because we're actually trying to set up the rain here. It is funny though. But it is cool to get to use these different kinds of Pokemon. I'm actually really enjoying it. Some I would never probably get to use, as you guys know. And it's kind of working out a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the Ludicolo are kind of confused as to what to do because they just keep using Rain Dance. Guess I keep setting up the Shadow Sky, so they just keep using Rain Dance. Which is fine with me, because that means we take less damage. Anyway, from Hydro Pump. We only usually take 1 Hydro Pump, and then after that we kind of are okay, because we just use like Shadow Sky, and we're fine. Which I'm going to do again. Because I think it's funny that they just keep spamming Rain Dance whenever the sky changes. And then we also have our other shadow over here obviously doing work, so not really that big of a deal. You can spam your Rain Dances all you want, Ludicolos. It ain't gonna matter. Oh, it's so funny just watching them. Alright, I'll heal up Zapdos here. As you can see, we have Shadow Lugia there in the party, which I'm loving. I want to see it in battle, so if they do manage to get to a point where, you know, it gets to using Shadow Lugia, I'm not actually opposed to I'm not opposed to putting it in battle. I really want to see it. And there it is, you guys. There's the Shadow Dragonite that I've been waiting for this whole time. And as you can see, Ludicolo once again. Going for the rain dance. It's fine. Once we take this Ludicolo out, we should be fine. The only problem that I'm gonna have now is I'm gonna have to try to catch a Dragonite with all shadows, which isn't gonna work because I'm not gonna be able to do anything to it, basically. Because I think shadow moves are not very effective on shadow Pokemon, so you know, it's weird. It does nothing. Let's test it. Let's see. Not very effective. Yeah, this is gonna be probably a pretty boring battle here. Because I'm just gonna have to sit here and I'm just gonna have to lower this thing down. Hopefully I can get a paralyze on the Shadow Bolt. It did say that it has a chance to paralyze, and if I could do that, that might help me out here. Other than that, I don't really have anything else much to do other than just wait around to hopefully get some damage on it, enough to where I can go ahead and catch it potentially. But this is all I've been doing. I've just been sitting here using my shadow moves, which really you guys saw most of the battle anyway, because I just went back and got shadow Pokemon and then came right back, so. Alright. Next thing on the agenda, I guess, is to call Zapdos, and we'll go with a... I guess we'll go with a Shadow Chill. It does have a chance to freeze. That would be good. I've got my save down here. So let's see what Shadow Chill does to this Dragonite. Maybe it'll be super effective. It is an Ice-type Shadow move. Nope, still not very effective. That's okay. Now Articuno's in reverse mode. You know, I don't mind these guys going in reverse mode. I mean, it makes it that much easier for me. Shadow Sky is doing nothing because we're all shadows here. Now I guess I'll do the opposite. I will attack with Zapdos and call Articuno. I'm gonna say every little bit that I can get off those shadow meters is gonna help, because it's probably gonna take a while for them to actually get lowered down enough to where I can purify them, especially being legendaries. I fully am assuming that it's gonna take a long time for them to get down to where they need to be. So we're just gonna continue to do this. I'm gonna try to get it into red at least, or get some type of paralyze or something on it, freeze, something. Come on, give me something. There's the red, that's what I wanted. No freeze or nothing, so I guess we're gonna just try to catch it from red. I wonder if a timer ball may work. It could work. Let's just go ahead and try throwing a Pokeball. We might as well. I'll use a... No, I won't use a Hyper Potion. I'll use a timer ball on this Dragonite. See if we can catch it. If not, I guess I'll just do nothing on Articuno's side, because I don't really want to attack it again. I know it may not take it out, but I'm kind of at the point right now where I'm like, I just need to catch the thing. I don't really need to worry about anything else. And wouldn't it be, you know, I was just thinking about this. It's actually so ironic that Mirror B is the last one that we actually get to capture Shadow Pokemon with. We fought Greevil, or whatever his name was, the boss guy. He had all those shadows and everything. And now, all we have left to do is catch this last Dragonite that Mirror B happens to have. Mirror B has. It's interesting. Because he played such a big role, you know, in like the first game. You would think that in this game, they would do something more for him, which they didn't really do. He kind of was just one of the guys that you could catch Shadow Pokemon from if you didn't manage to catch any of them, like in the other parts of the game. Ooh, we caught it! Yay! That was more simple than I thought it would be. But if you weren't able to, you know, catch any Shadow Pokemon, he had them, and you could find him with the Mirror B radar, and then you can catch him. That was his pretty much only role in this game, but he kind of had a little bit bigger of a role in the last game. So I'm glad they did put him in there at the very end with the last shadow Pokemon that you catch. Ugh, how dare you! I say, how dare you! That Shadow Dragonite was Cypher's very last shadow Pokemon. There's only one thing to do now. What? Dance? Let's go! Escape! Oh, he's leaving. Taking his Ludicolo's with him. Or not? Huh? Boss! Wait for us! Oh, there go the Ludicolo's. Oh my lord. That's great. I love it. Huh? What is this? In my perfectly coiffed afro, I found this little device. Nothing appears on the mirror radar nothing appears on the mirror radar anymore. It appears to have broken. Oh, he found the mirror radar. It was in his afro. Oh, well, it was fun, Mirrorby. It was fun while it lasted. See you around. But we have done it, everyone. We have captured every shadow Pokemon available in the game. Now we just have to purify them all. Which may not be a very simple task. Oh, hello. Okay. I thought we could just go back through this way, but I guess we gotta go back the other way. I wonder if we can open that shed up over there. Oh, I can't get back. Bro. Let me go back. I need to get back over there. Thank you. That's helpful. Yeah, I wonder if we can go in that shed there. I would really like to know what's up. I want to see if I can get to it. And perhaps unlock it maybe now that we're at the end of the game. Oh, it is unlocked. Weird, I thought we hadn't been in here before. Since the Dark Isle is off to the coast in the vicinity of Gadeon Port, the isle is surrounded by fast-running currents. Any ordinary ship will be swept off course in no time. I guess we did go through here. Weird. I thought we didn't. Alright. Well, anyway. We've done everything we need to do here. And I think the only thing that I really have left to do is I have to get all these Pokemon purified. I mean, there's nothing else for me to do other than take on the Ore Coliseum. Which I definitely can't do that unless I get my Pokemon leveled up a bit, which means I'm probably gonna have to go through Mount Battle quite a bit. Train up a little bit there. Let's go back to the Purifying Chamber though. Just real quick. Let's see what we're looking like in here. If anybody's even actually close to being ready to be purified. I don't know if they are or not, but we'll see while we're here. Oh wait. Hey guy, I've caught all the shadow Pokemon. Oh, you've snagged the Dragonite, which we believe to be the last shadow Pokemon. That means you've rescued all the shadow Pokemon that Cypher created. Thanks for your great effort, Michael. I'm glad I was able to help in my own way. That's it? That's it? You don't even want to give me anything for this? Nothing? Wow. How dare you? Well, either way. Let's look here and see what we got. So it looks like we do have potentially one Pokemon who's about ready. This Chansey here is about ready to be purified. But no one else. So let's see. I've got to have something in here that we can put in there to replace Wooper. I feel like I have, but I guess I don't. Possibly this ice water type? No, that probably wouldn't work. I'll just swap around some and see. Okay, so let's go to our PC here. Let's try this, Nope. You don't work. Perhaps a fighting type, maybe? No, that really brought it down. Okay. What about a steel type? Perhaps this Mawile, maybe? Nope, that brought it down as well. Looks like Wooper is pretty much the perfect Pokemon to have in there. I don't think I have anyone else, really. No one that I know of that I can use. Maybe a Roselia? It worked with Roselia. Okay. That works. Well, good. Okay, well that means that I can actually swap out everybody in the purifying chamber and go see Duking. Who was the one that I swapped Surskit out with? Paris right here. Okay. Yep, there we go. Okay. So now we can go give Duking the Surskit. Nope, I don't need that. And Trapinch. And Wooper. We're gonna mess up our box quite a little bit here really quick. Because I actually want to know what this guy is going to give me for these Pokemon. I've heard he swaps me for some pretty good Pokemon in return, so I would really love to have a new team to kind of work with. I think that would be pretty nice to have. So let's go back to Pride Town here before we end off the episode and see what he's got for me. I'm sure he's got something interesting. I think I remember looking it up, but I don't quite remember what all he gives you. And I remember, or not remember, but we already went to the Coliseum here. It's just whenever I had to restart to go back into the PC to get the Shadow Pokemon to face Mirror B, I had to go back to my save point, and that was before we went to the Coliseum. So just wanted to go back through there real quickly. And now let's go over here and see what Mr. Duking has to say about these Pokemon that I have captured for him. Okay, sir, I am here and I have all 3 Pokemon. So which rare Pokemon will you trade me? Well, here's a Surskit. That's the spirit. I like your generosity, lad. Okay, we'll make the trade for your Surskit for my Shuckle. Are you alright with this? A Shuckle? Okay. Weird. Level 20 Shuckle. And Wooper for Larvitar? Oh, heck yeah, you can have this Wooper. Ooh, a Larvitar? That's nice. What about this Trapinch? A Meditite for Trapinch. Interesting. Okay, perfect, lad. I'll have to work harder at catching wild Pokemon so I don't get left behind. The race is on, lad. Alright, so for all those Pokemon, he gives us 3 in return. A level 20 Shuckle. Okay. A level 20 Larvitar. And a level 20 Meditite. He's a pretty nice Pokemon though, I will say. Fighting, Psychic, Rock, Ground. The Bug Rock, not so much. Probably don't really care much about the Shuckle. The only thing I think I'm a little sad about getting rid of is the Trapinch. Because I really like Flygon, and I would really like to use a Flygon. But if we're being real here, if I do want to switch up the team around a little bit and kind of train up some new Pokemon, I think I might want to do that. So let's go ahead and put our Shadow Pokemon back here. And then kind of look at what we got in the PC here. I would like to use a Dragonite as well. I think that would be pretty cool to use. So we have our starter, the Jolteon here, who I feel like I really should use. I mean, I don't see why I shouldn't. Jolteon's just great. And it's a good electric type. It's pretty fast. I want to use this Larvitar as well. I think a Tyranitar would be really cool to use. Probably a nice Lugia would be nice to use. Don't know about this Meditite here, although it does have some pretty good moves if I can evolve it. Camerupt we don't probably will need anymore if we do swap out for Lunatone, Psychic Rock. We've got, let's just put our original team here back somewhat. We got Camerupt here. Okay, and then we have Breloom over here. So we're looking electric, rock ground, ground fire, water dark, and psychic fighting types. So if we did switch out Camerupt for someone, we could switch Camerupt out for potentially another fire type, or maybe something different. Maybe something in the purifying chamber. I'm not sure what I want to go with right now, to be honest. I really don't know. I think for now, I know for a fact I want to use the Larvitar. So I think we're going to keep our team pretty much the same. We are just going to swap Larvitar out in place of Muck, I believe. Because we swapped Muck out. No, we didn't. Who did we swap out for Lunatone? Because I know that we had... Yeah, here's our team here. So we'd have Poison, Grass Fighting, Fire Ground, Water Dark, Electric, and Rock Ground. Which would be a nice team to have. But I guess Lunatone was the one that I swapped out for someone. But yeah, that's what we're kind of looking and working with right now. I may potentially go ahead and just train everybody up. Go through some mount battles. I mean, why not? Only makes sense. I don't have anything else really to do in the game other than anything I want to do, like potentially off screen or anything like that. So I kind of think what we'll do is we'll just end off the episode here. I may do a bit off screen once Pokemon get purified in the chamber, of course. Then I can kind of swap around and just decide if I want to keep the team that I currently have, or if I want to go on without this team, you know, just whatever I'm feeling. Oh, well, Chansey is ready to be purified, so there's that one. At least we have one here. But this is what our team is currently looking like. I'm gonna have to do a big chunk of training on Larvitar. So we'll see. I may decide not to do any training on it, and I may just keep my old team, or may potentially switch out some other team members. I don't know. It's basically the only thing that we have left to do right now is just to go to the Ore Coliseum. So I'll kind of check that out, and I'll kind of see if, like, if it's super difficult and what the levels are for it. And if it is pretty high, then I'll probably try to get everybody leveled up to around 50 or so, try to get them some higher levels, obviously by going through Mount Battle, and that'll help the Purifying Chamber. We'll just play it by ear. So as of right now, this is pretty much like a soft end of the series, kind of. I'm not sure if I want to do one more episode or not. I think I do want to do one more. I just need to get around to it. As of right now, I don't have any plans. But I do want to get around to it at some point. I'm just, obviously, as you can see, there's going to be a lot of training that's going to have to happen before I do that. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode off here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.